Welcome to Discussions with Your CFO. I'm Bruce Braviroff from Your CFO, your host. The purpose of this show is to introduce you to people that I think are good team members and that can help you and I do business together. Being a CFO, it's not so much about what I know, it's about the people I know. One of the people I know that I really like is Bridget Mills from Creative Vortex. She is both creative principal and the principal that founded the company. I really think it's time. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Bruce. Thanks for having me. It's good to see you again.
Thank you. First question is, what is your business?
Well, I'm a graphic designer, so I make things pretty, but it's more than that. It's more about the story behind that the client is trying to tell to their audience. So that could be a logo. It could be the color palette that works with the logo, the brand. It could be the marketing materials. It could be a trade show booth. It could be all of those things combined.
So you're front-facing,
yes.
Brand name creation.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Why do you do what you do?
I love what I do. I'm super passionate about what I do as is what I've chosen in my path in life. I think that I chose it because I didn't want every day to be like Groundhog Day. Every day is different. Every client is different and unique. I know that some creatives like to put together like packages and say, this is what I do and this is the fee that it costs. But for me, I've never found that that works because every client's needs are so different that creating a package doesn't work. It's everybody needs something different.
It's like with me. There is no two clients that are the same.
Exactly.
And if I create a box, nobody fits in the box.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I am creative, so I'd like to think outside of the box.
Yes, that's right. Who needs a box? Why should our clients use you and your services?
I think the majority of my clients, I believe they choose me over another creative is because they have there's a personal touch that I bring to the table, and I care. I really care about their success. So for me, I'm like the imaginary, pixie dust that happens behind the scenes, and it's not really about me. It's about them. So for me, their success is my success. I don't really care that I don't have an award, don't show off, try to, apply for awards and that kind of thing. And that's okay that creatives do that. I think there is a place for that. It's just not me. For me, success is that my clients are making money. And if they're making money, then they're more likely to come back and hire me. So I'm making money. So we're all happy together in our little family.
Great. What makes your services unique?
Besides the personal touch, I would say is, and obviously I mentioned that I really actually care, where some people, I think they just see an invoice or a statement of work.
Project.
A project. It's different for me. For me, it's more about the relationship and that long-term relationship that I have. I mean, most of my clients I've worked with for over a decade. And I like to think that they enjoy working with me as much as I love working with them. And it's about the passion, right? So if you're passionate about what you do and you own the power of your why, then what you do doesn't really feel like work. And so you kind of get in that zone that they talk about where, 3 or 4 hours can go by and you're like, oh wow, it felt like 15 minutes. And so you're really productive and it's really great work that's coming out of it. But I think it's unique in that relationship that's built. And also to kind of really dig into what they're doing from a marketing perspective. Like, let's say it's a trade show that they want to go to, and it's like looking at all the elements of the show. Like everything from deciding where should they pick their booth placement, as well as what size booth should it be? And then what are the elements that go with that? Is it, the pre-marketing materials, the marketing materials that are at the event, and even special events that might even include wine tasting at the event, for more of that personal touch for them to kind of build, their relationships.
And the longer you work with a client, I'll bet the better you know their brand.
Absolutely.
And I'll bet that saves them a lot of time and money because you get to know them so well.
Absolutely. The significant amount of time and money. Not only is there not the time to gear up with a new individual that they might be working with, but also just to really understand, what they care about, understanding, whether it's a nonprofit organization and they have different events and where those events fall on the calendar and how those events correlate to to all the different other things that they have going on from a marketing perspective, and then understanding how to tie those all together so that you don't have, donation fatigue, because that's a real thing that happens. And just understanding too from, an internal standpoint, even though I'm external of their team, I work very closely with the internal team. And so I think that, again, back to the personal touch, is something that makes me unique and different, because I don't think that a lot of people either have the bandwidth or maybe they don't care enough. I'm not sure why, but that's just how I do it. And for me, I wouldn't be successful if I did it different.
Well, thank you very much for coming to the show. You are very good at what you do, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to be with us. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bruce.
Our contact information will be at the bottom of the screen during all of this. If you need either one of us, please feel free to reach out. If you can't get to one of us, call the other one and we'll get you to the other one. Thank you very much for taking part in our show. Thank you.
Thanks, Bruce.